a deeper level. The deeper level where the image is always active. The image, which is the known, is functioning all the time. And whether that image and the maker of the image, which is the observer, whether it's possible to empty the mind of that. And emptying of that, of the known, is meditation. I can only understand you when I have no image about you. But if a friend, a relation, and so on, husband, wife, and all the rest of it, have an image. And the image I have, and you have about me, and I have about you, those images have relationship. And all our relationship is based on that. One sees very clearly that only when the image doesn't interfere, image as knowledge, thought, emotion, all the rest of it, interfere that I can look, I can hear, I can understand. It has happened to all of us. And suddenly you discuss, argue, point out and so on. Suddenly your mind becomes quiet and you see that, you say, by Jove, I've understood. That understanding is an action, not an idea. Right? So, there is understanding action only, action in a different sense than the action that we know, which is the action of the image of the known. We are talking of an understanding which is an action when the mind is completely quiet, in which understanding as action takes place, right? So, there is understanding and action only when the mind is completely quiet. And that quiet, still mind is not induced by any discipline, by any effort. And meditation then is, which one can do when you're sitting in the bus, walking the street, or washing dishes, I've got what else. And meditation has nothing whatsoever to do with breathing and all that. If there's nothing mysterious about it, the mystery of life is beyond all this. Beyond the image, beyond effort, beyond the centralized, egotistic, subjective, self-centered activity. There is a vast field of something which can never be found through the known. And the emptying of the mind can only take place non-verbally, only when there is no observer as the observed. All this demands tremendous attention, awareness. An awareness which is not concentration, just to observe without choosing. I mean, choice takes place only when there is confusion, not when there is clarity. So, awareness takes place only when there is no choice, or when you are aware of all the conflicting choices, conflicting desires, the strains, just to observe all this movement of contradiction. And knowing that the observer is the observed. And therefore, in that process there is no choice at all, but only watching what is. And that's entirely different from concentration. find that that awareness brings a quality of attention. In which there is neither the observer nor the observed. And this emptying of the mind with all the experiences it has had is meditation. And that can be emptied only, all the experiences. When each experience, one becomes aware of it, sees the whole content of it without choice, and therefore it goes, it passes by. Therefore there is no mark of that experience as a wound, as something to remember, to recognize and keep. So meditation is a very strenuous process. It's not just a thing to do for old ladies or men who have nothing to do. This demands tremendous attention, right through. Then you will find for yourself, no, there is no question of experience, there is no finding. Then when the mind is completely quiet, without any form of suggestion, as hypnotism or following a method, when the mind is completely quiet, then there is a quality and a different dimension of which thought can never possibly imagine or experience. Then it's beyond all search. There is no seeking. A mind that is full of light does not seek. It's only the dull, confused mind that's always seeking and hoping to find. What it finds is the result of its own confusion. Look, see, if you understand one question, you have understood all the questions. And so, what is important in all this, in asking questions and the answers or the explanations, is that the explanation has no value at all. What has value is how you ask the question and what you're expecting out of that question. If you are attentive of what you are asking, you will see that question is answered without any difficulty. Therefore, there is no teacher, you are everything yourself, both the teacher, the pupil, everything. That gives you tremendous freedom to inquire.
This has been the fourth of 8 programs presenting the talks of Krishnamurti. Subsequent programs in this series are titled What is Love?, Questioning, Living and Death, and The End of Conflict.
This is NET, the National Educational Television Network.